Hey guys, we're back again showing you some more features of the Arbiter 3 rapid fire controller for the Xbox. What we're going to go through this time, first video we've covered basic usage, selecting modes, the quick enable and disable. We've talked briefly about the chip modes, which is the list of these modes, and then we've gone through the basic selecting of the initial 14 modes. What we're going to go through in this video is doing a master reset, just in case you get confused at any stage. All the features you can start to enable and disable, and rapid fire speed you can adjust. You might just want to at some point take it all back to the start. So we're going to go through with the master reset, and then getting in to these additional modes, these additional chip modes, including the elite modes. And then we're going to go through selecting elite modes. That's all we're going to do, just to keep it nice and simple. Break these down into several videos. So start by getting your rapid fire controller, go into a game, do whatever you want to do. Don't want that going, let's go with that one. So the first thing, let's say we've adjusted some modes. Let's just turn on a few features, enable remapping into a mode. So now what I've done is turned on auto run, which we'll show you later, things like that. And you might just start saying I'm a little bit confused at what's going on. So if you just want to get back to the start, make sure your light isn't on, tap the thing to disable anything. Now to do a master reset, all you have to do is hold the X, just hold it firmly so you know you're definitely pressing it, and then just tap the sync button, and that's it. And then just keep this X held firmly now. 6 to 10 seconds it usually takes, and this light will slowly fade in and out. Go a nice slow fade. Now that's just done everything, it's turned everything off, taking it all back to the start, so you know you're starting with a basic controller, Arbiter 3 setup as factory standard, as it were. So at any point if you get confused or you get a bit lost, you can always just do a factory reset. They come as standard, as we discussed before, in light mode, which is the initial 14 modes. What we've also got on the chip is modes specifically for Gears of War 3, the Arbiter 2, which is the previous version, and then we've got a huge list of elite modes, which gives you every possible option. How you get into these modes, all you have to do, it does explain this in the manual, it's under, let's have a quick look, just after the lists, it's chip modes, selecting the list of modes. And what you have to do to enter the elite or light mode, you hold the Y button, which is, there's the elite modes, the light modes are standard. So for that it's the Y button, for the Arbiter 2 it's the A button, and for the Gears of War 3 it's the B button. So what we'll do, a really quick test, we're going to go into the Arbiter 2 modes. So to do that, what you have to do is A for Arbiter, fairly easy to remember. Hold the A button, tap the sync button, and just keep the A button held, again 5 to 10 seconds, and this light will flash 2 times for Arbiter 2. So that's it, you're now in the Arbiter 2 mode. You don't need to do anything else. Take your batteries out, play with it, change modes, you will then be in the Arbiter 2 modes. There's no need to keep doing that. Once you're in those modes, you can select any mode and it will appear from this list. So now if we went to mode 2, which previously was rapid fire, we're now in the Arbiter 2 modes. If we enter mode 2, it will be auto aim. So if we hold the right trigger, tap the sync twice, there we go, you'll now notice it's doing an auto aim. What that mode's for is offline modes, things like zombies, campaign modes. So online, which this is, it doesn't really make any sense. It's just pressing the left trigger for you over and over to re-aim on your enemies, so it'll lock on targets offline, but online it's actually of no use. So that's just showing that we're in the Arbiter 2 modes. So if we went to mode 4, if the camera would focus, we've got rapid fire mode 4 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to a normal one. Let's go. Single pistol will be better to show this. Right, so mode 4 is now back to your rapid fire. So what we've done there is we've switched to the Arbiter 2 modes, and you can select any from that list. Let's go to the main mode now, which is the Elite Modes, which is where everyone usually ends up and stays in. And this is the list with absolutely everything in. Everything you could ever need is in the Elite Modes. So again, to switch modes, always make sure your light's off before you attempt to switch a mode. It just makes things easier. You know, you don't start firing as you're trying to do button presses. So to do that, just quickly disable it with the tap of the sync button. Now for the Elite and Light modes, the way it works is if you're already in Light mode, it will take you to the Elite mode. If you're in the Elite mode, it'll take you back to the Light mode. So it's like a toggle on and off, depending on which one you're in. Because we're in Arbiter mode, it should take us just straight to the Elite mode this time. The Elite mode is a single flash. So again, in the manual, for the Elite or Light modes, hold Y, tap and release the sync. 1 flash is for Elite, 2 flashes Arbiter, 3 flashes Gears of War, 4 flashes Light. So if we get 1 flash, it means we're in the Elite. So we hold the Y button, tap the sync button, keep it held, and then we should see 1 flash here in another few seconds. Oh, I didn't hold that hard enough then. Do that again. I'll explain what happened there in a second. That's why I say just make sure you're pressing these buttons in firm when you're swapping modes. There we go, 1 flash. If you got what I just saw there, which was that, is what you will have effectively seen, a little fade in and out. I must have released the Y button too soon. And one of the options you've got in the latest chip is a user list. And the way you enter that is if you want, say, a set of modes that you want as your favourites that you can quickly enter, you can set them to the A, B, X, Y and RB buttons. And the way you enter those modes is to hold the corresponding button, A, B, X, Y or RB, tap the sync, and then after 1 second release. And it will fade in and out, and that'll have put you in that mode. So whenever I was attempting to swap chip modes, I released the Y a bit too soon. So make sure you get a blip, single flash, not a fade in and out. Single flash means we're now in the Elite modes. So if we go to the list of Elite modes, let's just check that we are in the right thing. Mode 1 is rapid fire. Mode, say, 6 is aim. Just pick 2 random modes to test this. So mode 1 should be rapid fire. So tap the sync once, let go. Yep, so we've got rapid fire mode 1, and mode 6 should be aim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And now, there we go, it's just aiming for us. So we're definitely in the Elite modes. The last thing we're going to go over now then is, as you see in the Elite mode, there are 78 modes. Going right the way down to the specials. Now you don't want to tap the sync button 78 times. You don't want to tap it more than 10 times. So the initial 1 to 10 modes, you just hold the right trigger as it shows in the top in brackets and tap the sync between 1 and 10 times, as we've just done between 1 and 6 there. But say we want to get to these drop shot modes, what you'll see in the brackets after is RT plus B. Now what that means is usually you select a mode with the right trigger and tapping the sync button. To get to these drop shot modes quickly, you can hold the right trigger and the B button and then tap the sync. So then what you do, you don't tap it 11 times, you just tap it once to get to mode 11, twice, 3, 4, down to 10. So you tap it however many you want for getting to the mode within that section. So if we want, say, rapid fire and drop shot, which is mode 12, we just hold the right trigger, the B button, and then tap the sync twice, and then let go of your buttons. And that was one slow flash, 2 fast, which indicates mode 12. So now when we fire, it drops us to the floor and rapid fires. Just ran out of ammo, so I'll just show you that again with more ammo. Yeah, so just pressing the right trigger, drops you to the floor and rapid fires. So that's mode 12 with 2 presses. Let's jump all the way down to, say, mode 78. These all follow the same principles. Anything in the brackets within your sections, so this one's RT plus LT plus X, they're the buttons you hold, and then you tap the sync button 1, 2, in this case 8 times, mode 71 to 78. Fast reloads would be the right trigger and X, auto aim's the right trigger and left trigger, and so on for any of these modes, so you never have to press the sync more than 10 times. So what I'm going to show you now, just because it's quite a cool feature, is the quick scope tap shot, which is the very last mode, mode 78. So we want to hold the right trigger, left trigger and X, tap the sync button 8 times, and then we'll go and grab a sniper and show you. So again, make sure your chip's off, hold the left trigger, right trigger and X, tap the sync button 8 times, 3, 4, 7, 8, let go, and you'll get 7 slow for flashes and 8 fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, must have missed one there. And then that's 8. So now if we select a sniper, what the tap shot does, once you're proficient with the sniper, what you'll find is that you tend to see an enemy, zoom in, and then within a split second you've aimed at them and you want to fire. So what the tap shot does is does all that for you. You just tap the left trigger, and it's just aimed in and shot for me. So all I've done there is tap the left trigger, and it aims and shoots. So all you'd have to do is tap the left trigger when you see an enemy, start aiming, and it does the rest for you. So you've only got to think about tapping a button as soon as you see them, and then your thought is on to just making sure you do that aim. Again, everyone's preference is different, so the tap shot timing, the time between tapping that button and shooting, is completely adjustable down to basically 0.001 of a second. That, you know, as soon as you've tapped that, it could fire. Up to, I think we put a limit of something like 6 seconds, so you could tap that and then it could zoom in for 6 seconds if you really wanted. So all that's fully adjustable. Again, we'll go over all that in another video though. So let's just take it back to the start, turn the chip off, and let's just do another master reset to show you. Hold the button firm in, tap the sync, keep the button held, and then you should get a slow fade in and out on this light. Let's do that again. Hold the X, tap the sync button, and then after a few seconds it's faded slowly in and out, and that's done a master reset, so we're back to the start. So what will actually now be is we'll be back in light mode as well, because we've completely reset the chip, and it comes as standard in light mode. We'll be back in light mode now. So that's it for this video. Hopefully that's helped a little more on selecting your chip modes, and we'll have another video shortly.